Hi, randoms. I'm Lala, so random with another story. Now, I had to be like 13, 14, 15. Do I ever remember the age? No. Check out my other videos. I never remember what age I was. But these are true stories, okay? Now, I snuck out the house. Shame on me. So, anyway, you should never sneak out the house because it's not even easy to sneak out the house. Okay? All that tiptoeing, at the time I stayed with my mama and daddy and our room was like our doors was facing each other. So I had to sneak out the house like I shouldn't be. And I was just going to see some little knucklehead boy that I shouldn't even been seeing. So I take my time, I'm quiet, I'm tiptoeing in my Jordans. Not playing, but I was tiptoeing through the hallway trying to make sure nobody hears me. So I tiptoe. I made it out the house. And then the worst thing of it all, I leave the back door open. Anybody could have went in and did anything to my family. But no, I didn't care. I wanted to go see this knucklehead boy. And if you looking knucklehead, you should have told me to be good. Be a good girl. Where I just walked all the way to his house by myself. Late at night. Okay? He didn't even have my back. Well, somebody would have got me. So I made it to his house, whatever. We kicked it, we had fun. I love you so much. And the worst part of the story is not when I snuck out the house. Not when I made it to his house. All that part went fine. Now, it was making it back home without nobody knowing. So we over at his house, we kicking it. I fall asleep. So now it's late at night, even later than when I left. It's probably like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, I have to hurry up and make it back in the house before anybody wakes up because I don't want them to see me. My daddy will get me. I'm going to get a whooping. Okay, black kids, we got whoopings. Not racist. Maybe other races did too, but I know I got whooping from my daddy. Not my mama, but I know my daddy would have got me. So I'm like, oh my God, I gotta make it back to the house. So I leave, bye, boo, I love you so much. You think you're in love then, you're so young. Love you, I'll do anything for you. So anyway, so I had to get my bad butt back in the house. So I'm walking back down the street, and he only stayed on the corner of my street. So, that was good. It was like I had to walk blocks. I just have to walk straight to my house, straight up the block. Oh, gosh. And here is where it gets scary. Very scary. So I'm walking back up down the block. And when I get like 2 houses away from my house, and I lived in a back house, so there was a driveway. Why can't I remember that? So I'm walking, and when I make it 2 houses from my house, I see like a figure, and it's like holding something long. I'm like, is that my daddy with a belt? Oh my God, my daddy, that's my daddy. So I didn't see the face, so I'm like, wait, must have his head turned. It's like, dang, my daddy gonna whoop me out, they gonna whoop me out. So I heard him popped in with an idea like, what can I do? What can I do? I'm gonna get a whooping if you find out it's me. So I have my little hoodie on. I'm like, and so first thing came to my mind is walking to that gate right there. It was a house I didn't know, and the neighbor house. I walked up to the porch and I act like I'm about to knock on the door, and I look back and the figure's gone. I'm like, wait a minute, how did my daddy get back in the house so fast? It was there. Then I turned my head and it was gone. I'm like, was that my daddy? He gonna be in the house waiting on me. He gonna be in the house waiting on me with the belt. Why? Why did I sneak out the house? You gonna get a whooping. You gonna get in trouble. Why did you sneak out the house? So I'm like, forget it. I just gotta go get this whooping over with. It's just I gotta just take it. Just take this whooping because you did wrong. You should have stayed in your butt in the house. So I go, and I'm like, I'm still tiptoeing back, but I'm scared, but I'm still like hoping in that maybe he won't whoop me. I'm trying to come up with a story in my head, like I dropped something outside earlier I went to go get, or I went to look for something. I don't know. I was trying to come up with a lie to get my butt out of this. So I'll go, and I'm like, wait, the front door is not open. So I go to the back door, and it's still unlocked. I'm like, dang, as soon as I walk in the back door, he gonna whoop me. He gonna get me. He gonna do something. And so I open the door, and I'm waiting like, Daddy? Daddy? So the back door leads to the kitchen. So now I made it to the kitchen, and I'm like, hello? I'm like, didn't I just see my daddy outside? There's no way he could have, disappeared that fast. And so then I go to the hallway, and I listen in the door, and I hear my daddy snoring. I'm like, wasn't you just outside with your belt or a stick about to whoop my butt with it? What? Daddy. So I make it to my bed, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what I saw, but I never thought about it anymore after that. I'm like, I laid down, I'm like, I made it, I didn't get in trouble. So all that did is fuel my fire to sneak out more and more. So anyway, I didn't think nothing of it anymore. That was it. I snuck out the house. I did it more times after that. It was fun. But, so later on one day, I don't know, I think I was talking to one of my neighbors, and they was telling me about a story that someone got killed in front of our house before we moved there. And I was like, really? And it was like, yeah, it was like this guy who used to stay right here, and he got killed right here in the very same spot that I seen the figure and thought it was my daddy. So now I'm like, what? They were right here. He was right here. He died right here in front of my driveway. So after that, that's what scared me straight. I didn't really want to leave out the house late at night anymore, because I knew it was inhumanly possible for someone could be right here, and I turn my head and you gone. Nobody can move that fast. But that night I wasn't thinking. I was just like happy I got in the house and not in trouble. But this is like a paranormal story / sneaking out the double story time. So if you like that story time and you want more, subscribe, like, comment. Tell me if you ever had this type of situation, or tell me about you sneaking out, because I want to hear some juiciness. So thank you guys for watching this. BTS.